No questions, Your Honor.
Question in your mind that the man you identify from two photographs is the same man who sits at the table.
No, there is not.
Thank you. Nothing further.
When this guy gets on the stand, I want you to take note. Just write down any questions you want us to ask him.
Like what?
Don't worry about it. We just need the jury to know we're challenging this guy. Your Honor, could we have a sidebar? Why is he dressed in a prison uniform? The prosecution is trying to connect them to my client with him in prison gear. That's just prejudice my client.
He refused to put on a suit. We made the offer.
It's still prejudice. To tell you the truth, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. This guy looks like a basket case. He's going to act like one. I don't want to hold this case up while you convict this guy to wear a suit. Let's get on with the case. I'd like to establish the objection. Okay, I'll overrule it. Let's get going.
Please state your full name.
Richard Evans,
Mr. Evans, how old are you?
22.
And are you sometimes known by another name, a nickname, or tag?
They call me Bobo.
Now, Mr. Evans, do you know the people who are sitting at these two tables, Mr. Steve Harmon and Mr. James King?
Yeah, I know him.
How long have you known them?
I've been knowing King all my life. Just met with the other guy before the robbery went down.
Before we go any further, Mr. Evans, I noticed that you are wearing a prisoner uniform. What is your current status?
I'm doing a heavy and a half.
Will you explain to the jury what a heavy and a half is?
7.5 years to 10.
And what are you doing the time for?
Selling drugs.
And you've been arrested before?
I've been arrested for breaking and entering, gang theft auto, one time taking a car radio, one time for fighting a guy with death.
So the arrest for fighting a guy that died was manslaughter. Is that right?
Yeah, I got 3 years.
I think the record will show that you got 5 to 10 years and served 3. Is that correct?
Whatever.
Mr. Evans, can you tell me what happened on the 22nd of December of last year?
Me and King planned out a get over. We done it.
Can you explain to the jury what this particular get over was?
We hit a drugstore.
Can you tell me as much as you can about the plan and what actually happened?
We went over the place, sat down on a car outside. Then we got a signal from him.
Let the record show that Mr. Evans is pointing toward Mr. Harmon. Go on.
Objection! Sustained. Is he identifying him or not? Objection. Sustained. Is he identifying him or not?
Can you identify the man from whom you got the sign that everything was alright?
That's him. That's him sitting next to the woman with the red hair.
Let the record show that Mr. Evans is identifying Mr. Harmon. Go on.
So we got the signal and everything was okay. King took some crack. We walked in. We went in. We started beefing with the dude behind the counter. Then he pulled out a chrome, started shouting and stuff.
A chrome?
A gun. Anyway, King was trying to get the gun from him. I was going for the money. Then I heard the gun go off. Overlooked, saw the guy falling over. King was holding the chrome, so we grabbed and wanted to split. That was it.
What else did you grab besides the money?
Took some cigars and left.
Then what did you do?
We went down to the chicken joint over Lexington Avenue across from the bridge. Got some fries and some veggie and some sodas.
Who was with you at this time?
Just me and King.
When did you find out that Mr. Nesbitt, the drugstore owner, was dead?
The word on the word was on the street that night.
What happened to the money you got from the robbery?
Like I said, we spent some on the fried chicken, Wendy's. Then me and King split the rest.
You indicated that Mr. Harmon gave you the all clear signal so you could proceed with the robbery. Is that right?
Yeah.
And was he to get part of the money? Miss
Objection. If
Petrocelli.
Miss Petrocelli wants to testify it. Sustain, sustain. Let's not get carried away. Rephrase the question.
Has anybody else to share money?